here we are, talking the same old shit. If there's one thing I can't stand as a woman trying to discuss what a man is, but if there's something else that I hate even more, is a man that literally is the embodiment of the bitches that we talk about. I can't stand these niggas. I really can't. This chick is on here admitting to cheating on 3 or 4 of her previous relationships. She don't even fucking remember it. She just does the shit. And in her mind, she's turning weak and boring men into titans. First things first, it's the type of bitch that ends up in a relationship where a dude be whooping her ass because she keep pushing his buttons. But that's a whole another conversation for another time. Women don't know how to pick men, and then when they pick these men, they go online and complain about these men, and then got the nerve to try to say that all men are fucking weak. I can't stand that shit. Either that or they get with an average dude who actually works his ass off and calls him weak because he's not the CEO that she answers to at her fucking job. She does a bunch of bullshit to him to try to push his buttons, but she doesn't get a reaction out of him, and because of that she calls him weak. Either that or he forgives her for the shit that she does, and she takes his kindness as weakness and uses that as a catalyst to continue the bullshit. Just keep the snowball rolling, excuse me. And then they want to turn around on top of that and take credit for a man's greatness that he achieves after her ass gets removed from his life. Even though his success had nothing to fucking do with her. If anything, she was a hindrance. A great hindrance, in fact. But, not everybody believes that. Here we are. And this is simp of the day. The simp of the day. The donkey of the day, the dumbass of the day, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't give a shit. I don't have like a counter or a I'm not Charlemagne the God. I'm not on that shit. This dude right here literally says that weak men do deserve to be cheated on. I'm reading his word for word. Weak men deserve to be cheated on. Sometimes has to be something has to be the catalyst to break a pattern of laziness, and it ain't gonna be the comfort and consolation of a woman. Pain is a reality check. That alone was some bullshit. But then he tried to cover up his tracks and say that, women who cheat on good men and think that they're doing them a favor. He wanted to try to separate the shit. Listen here. Because the more you go deeper into what it is that he has to say, you're going to realize that he's talking about average men. He also called me a Captain Save-A-Hoe. Yeah. Most relevant. No, I have all comments selected. This is bullshit. Because I want to show you the shit that he had to say. So I told him to shut his white knight ass up. Because he was just like, that's your problem. Because I said that this idea of what a man needs to be needs to die. Because it's always some hoop that he has to jump through to try to prove his manliness. Because that's all it is. You being a man is conditional. But her being a woman isn't. We want to talk about, what men don't do. They don't provide. They're weak. They don't defend. They, be on the game too much. They don't know how to dress. We always talk about that shit. But whenever we bring up a woman and her issues, the first thing that niggas like this do is get on here caping. And then attacking the men that's calling out the bullshit. So this is what he had to say to me. That's your problem. You want to walk around with one of the most or with one of those feminized body positivity type mindsets, like a bitch. Just supposed like a bitch. Excuse me. He didn't separate his shit. Like a bitch just supposed to accept you for who you are. She is. Yes, she is. If I gotta accept her for who she is, she needs to accept me for who I am. And if not, it ain't gonna work out, and she can carry her ass on somewhere else. It's just that simple. But no, he says that's your mama's job. Let me tell you something. For a lot of men, this is a harsh reality, but even your mama don't love you. Yeah. And for a lot of men, the reason why they ain't trying to fuck around with a lot of these chicks is because of their mama. That same behavior that they seeing in these women roaming the streets nowadays, they mama did the same shit to their daddy. We don't want to talk about that though. He says being a man has standards. No, those are stipulations. Get your shit right. Then what he say? Part of the problem is a lot of you dudes cheat yourselves out of your highest form of masculinity. What is the highest form of masculinity? Because I listen to men talk about this shit, and it's always fucking superficial shit. Fuck your character. Fuck, your mentality. But fuck all that shit. You gotta be some CEO somewhere making, billions of dollars. You gotta be shredded out your damn mind. Get what I'm saying? That's the high value man. I was listening to Angry Man not too long ago and he was discussing this shit. And he was saying that, he was essentially saying that dudes are broken failures at life, and if a guy makes more money than you, then he's essentially better than you. Which is dumb as fuck. Because I know plenty of clowns that got money. We was just clowning fresh or skeeting inside of a damn escort. There's one thing I'ma let you know about men with money that have no character. All the vices that you talk about average men having, men with money that have no character have that times 10. Because they can afford to indulge as much as they want to. They got problems, they don't have dick discipline. They gonna buy up all the fucking escorts. They don't know how to manage money. They gonna be out gambling all the damn time. The same shit that Kendrick was calling Drake out on. But according to Angry Man, we only bring up morality because we're failures at life. You get what I'm saying? And men with money are just automatically better than you. That's how these bitches think. So whenever a chick comes to here talking about she's turning these men into titans, she's talking about financially. Maybe you had time to hit the gym a little bit because she wasn't taking up all your damn energy and all your damn resources. Like, I'm gonna be real. There's plenty of shit that a woman will stop you from doing. It ain't got nothing to do with her fucking love and comfort and consolation. These chicks are stressing niggas out. But here we're discussing this bitch cheating. And this dude is justifying the shit because in his mind, men who don't do what he believes a man should do deserve to be cheated on. He said, y'all either not financially independent enough to provide for a family. So there he is taking shots at the 50-50 guys because paying all the bills is going to keep her around, right? Not physically strong enough to protect your family, let alone yourself, because weapons don't exist, or just her listening to you. That's not an option. There are plenty of situations where I will tell somebody, that doing something would not be ideal for them, and that is to protect them. But if they don't listen and they find themselves in that situation, well, you're fucked. I can't do nothing for you. I'm not going to go taking a bullet for somebody that don't want to fucking listen. And plenty of chicks will do that, not listen to you, because in her mind, you're not man enough due to your finances. Notice, I'm gonna keep bringing up fucking finances. Not attractive enough to keep her attention. On your case, you let yourself go, or worse, a combination. So we ain't gonna talk about women that let themselves go in relationships. We ain't gonna discuss that. We ain't gonna discuss the fact that these bitches are not helpmeets. All they do is bring stress and chaos to the household. They don't listen when you're trying to protect them. Like, he's only pointing the finger at one party. When it comes to relationships, it takes two. And the majority of the time, the woman's the fucking problem. Yeah, I said it. Lesbians are divorcing at a higher rate, or just as much as heterosexual couples. What does that tell you? And then he wants to talk about attraction. What the fuck is a man worried about attraction for? Whatever. You know, he said at some point common sense gotta, kick in. The laws of the universe don't care about your feelings. Birds of a feather flock together. You cheat yourself as a man, and you're going to end up with a cheating woman. No, you end up with a cheating woman because these women are led by feminism. These women are taught by their mothers and their grandmothers to take advantage of and pimp men. That's why you end up with a cheating woman. I watched good men get cheated on since I was a kid. It just happens. It's the worst shit ever. But they do it, and they don't give a fuck. They're gonna always go after what they believe is better, and there's always gonna be a man that's doing better. You can be at the top, but you won't be on top forever. That competition is always there. That's the shit dudes don't want to talk about. They really don't. All it takes is one financial crisis, and all your manhood is gone. That's why you gotta have self-identity and confidence in who you are. Like, y'all put y'all identity in y'all fucking finances and y'all accomplishments, which are good. It's good to have some accomplishments, but that shouldn't be the source of your identity. Because once that shit goes away, or it doesn't mean nothing no more, you begin to lose yourself. But anyway, I told him straight up, shut your white knight ass up. Leaving all accountability off the woman and telling men to better themselves for a country filled with sluts raised by their single mothers to abuse men that they are with. You don't end up with a cheating woman because of you. If that were the case, millionaires wouldn't get cheated on. A whore is a whore regardless of the environment. She was going to do what she wanted to do. And that is what it is. It's facts, not opinion. It's very evident. There's evidence, not even evidence. Statistics will prove that shit. And this is what this dude had to say, because he really couldn't refute what it is that I had to say. So he tried to call me out and attack my character. He said, indeed, a whore will be a whore regardless. Yet you still complain about them because that's all you can attract. Your issue isn't the women. Your issue is that you lack discernment and you're weak. So now he's calling me weak because I called him out for his simping. Even though he told me to grow some nuts in the previous comment, right? So now I'm weak and all I attract is whores, even though all I do is call whores out for their whoring behavior. And in all honesty, I'm not chasing a woman. I don't chase. And I ain't attracting no woman. Not like that. Fuck out of here. They wouldn't be able to thrive in my environment. I dealt with this beforehand. Chicks that wanted to just have sex, and I wanted more than that. I was like, nah, let's wait till marriage. She was gone. Didn't take long. Had somebody else like a week later or a month later. I forgot the time period. Shit was quick. I didn't give a shit. I kept it pushing. See, and they'll do this shit to you. They'll sit up here and try to point the finger at you because you called them out for their simping and held the women accountable. They're not reply to his shit again. You really don't know what a man is. You just think you know. Also, the majority of these women are whores. Look into the statistics. We live in a society of feminist raised, sexually liberated, women, which is a fact. What are your chances of finding a virgin woman who is the only candidate for being a wife, mind you? Where you gonna find that at? Every chick out here then got fucked on by somebody willingly. They cling on to that abortion so damn much because they know without it they can't be as promiscuous. They can't, take as much raw dick as they want to. They all ain't finna try to get their tubes tied, I tell you that much. Then he said some stupid ass shit. He said men hold women accountable by holding oneself or ourselves accountable. Grammar. Any man more focused on improving them than improving himself is a slave. I'm not trying to improve women. I call out the bullshit and I dip. That's it. I'm not here trying to make a woman change. That ain't the point. The point is letting men know what the fuck is up. I'm gonna show them what the women do, and I'm gonna point out the simps like this motherfucker right here. And then he goes right back to saying that I only attract whores and skeezers. And he wants to say that the problem is me. And I told him spoken like a true simp. Then he says this Captain Save-A-Hoe that's worried about the hoes instead of building himself up and attracting better women. You a pawn, LOL. So I'm the Captain Save-A-Hoe even though he's defending this woman here for cheating. Make it make sense. I just wanted to share this shit, showcase this conversation real fast, and I'm just gonna be blunt, straight up. Any man who speaks like this does not give a fuck about the plight of men and should not be talking about men at all. You're in the same category as the bitches to me. We wake up every fucking day and get told what a man should do, but we never discuss what a woman should do. We don't hold her femininity by stipulations. We don't do that shit. We don't get online talking about a real woman does this and a real woman does that. But we're always talking about what a real man does and what a real man should be. A bunch of fucking hypocrites. talk about a man's dress and how he should be dressed. He ain't, you know, and he don't have like a certain look to him, a certain swagger. He got Goku on his shirt, so therefore he does not qualify. But these bitches dress like night walkers, street walkers, women of the night, straight sluts. Y'all look like y'all ready to hop on a pole at any moment. Your eyelashes look like bird wings. You got all this fucking clown paint caked up on your face. BBLs everywhere. And y'all be letting yourselves go too. We talking about men letting themselves go in the relationships. But chicks on average are overweight. And they expect you to take them as they are. Them and them kids they got by other men. We say so much about men, but when we discussing women, it's a silence. And then we got these army of white knights coming in trying to cape for these bitches. She ain't gonna fuck you, nigga. And if she does, she gonna break your heart like she did them other four. That's the first thing. Men don't provide enough. Men don't have enough money. Fuck what the economy talking about. Fuck inflation. Fuck how these jobs are doing any and everything that they can to pay you the least amount of money possible. Fuck that shit. Fuck the average man. He's not important. What did Ebony K. Williams say? She'd rather get with the guy that owns the bus. Fuck out of here. I work as a man who unloads trucks. If it ain't for me, you wouldn't be getting that shit you be ordering online. Or that shit that you buy off the shelves at your local Walmart. Without me and other men like me, that shit you wouldn't be getting none of that shit. But they'll look at me and tell me that I'm a weak man who deserves to get cheated on. You can't provide for a family. You can barely take care of yourself. You lazy. Shit is annoying as shit. It's damn annoying. And instead of addressing the problem, they try to attack your character. Oh, you only attract whores. You're the problem. These whores don't want an average man. These whores want Chris Brown. They want celebrities. They want fucking, high value, high earning men. Because they believe that because they look pretty by their own, subjective opinion, that they deserve the greatest of men, even though they're the worst of women. The average man gets looked over on a daily basis. I just don't care. Oh, you're invisible, so I have my peace. I can relax. I don't have to check in with nobody before I do something. I don't have to ask my chick that I don't have, really don't care no more. I don't have to ask nobody. If I want to go out, it is it's 12:16 a.m. right now. If I want to go out to a fucking bar, I could do that right now and get me some drinks. No questions asked. That's the freedom of being single. But hey, it is what it is. I'm done ranting. This is a rant. My thoughts weren't 100% cohesive, okay? I can count several times where I stumbled over my words in this shit. But what needs to be said is this. Stop following this idealistic version of manhood. Because all it is a tool used to get you to work your ass off for everybody else. You're making everybody else happy. You're making everybody else better at the expense of yourself and your health. Stop doing that shit. You're wasting time, you're wasting money, you're wasting energy, and you're wasting your life force. Just quit doing it. Focus on you. Do what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? When I say go out, go to the gym, if you want to do that, do that. Do it for you, not for these hoes. Not for these women, not for these bitches complaining. Don't do it to try to prove that you're a real man. If you got a business idea, start that LLC, do it. Not because you're trying to prove that you're a real man or prove that you're not lazy. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because you know it'll be better for you. You get what I'm saying? You want to do martial arts? I do martial arts too. Train because you want to train. You want to stay healthy. You want to defend. Like, most of the fights are avoided through conversation anyway. I ain't had to throw hands in. I don't remember the last time I had to throw hands really outside of sparring. All this, oh, men don't protect. Fuck out of here. I know plenty of men that protect and a woman just don't fucking listen. But it is what it is. I'm done.